What's up guys? Today I'm gonna take you guys on a journey through the Disneyland of Vietnam, also known as Vinpearl Land in Nha Trang. I'm gonna give you guys 5 essential tips to make the most out of your day. Before we begin, if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. That's the best way to support our channel. Let's get into it. We're at Vinpearl Land in Nha Trang. This is probably the most expensive thing we're doing here. It's costing us 880,000 dong per adult. Kids under 1 meter get in for free. Kids between 1 meter and 1.4 meters get in for about 780,000 dong. So that's like roughly about 40 Australian dollars and adults 50 Australian dollars. So it is pretty pricey for Vietnam standards, but it is a huge theme park and there's so much to do here. You don't know how big this theme park is until you get there. There's a section for rides, there's a water theme park, an inflatable fun park on the ocean by the beach. Oh yeah, there's a beach as well. And then there's the zoo, aquarium, plant and flower domes, and another gigantic dome filled with exotic species of birds that you can walk and explore and go on bridges. It's big. This is so intimidating. They're just staring. Don't make eye contact.
Eyes straight.
Just keep walking.
Don't make too much noise.
So, from personal experience, this is the best way to tackle your day at Vinpearl Land in Nha Trang. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this is the most popular theme park in all of Vietnam. So, without a doubt, it gets very busy. It's very popular amongst tourists and locals alike. Try not to waste too much time waiting around for rides. Try and nut these out the first thing you do when you get there. And after you've done those, go explore the zoo and garden areas. And then finish off at the beach and the water theme park area to relax, chill, and just have a laid back time for the rest of your afternoon. That covers the main areas, but there are heaps of other little areas to explore. There's an indoor play area for smaller kids, a movie castle, and lots of performances to enjoy. Plan ahead according to what you or the kids will probably enjoy the most and skip out on the activities and areas that you think not everyone might enjoy. To really get the most out of Vinpearl Land in Nha Trang, I would recommend doing this over 2 days, simply due to its sheer size and the amount of activities there are and things to see. You can actually stay right on the island at Vinpearl Resort. They have a number of luxe villas located right on the beach and you can access the theme park at any time. I've linked the resort in the description below if you want to take a look what it looks like. It looks pretty damn good. Travel factor. Vinpearl Land is accessible by boat or cable car. It takes roughly about 20 minutes to get from central Nha Trang to the station where you board the ferry or the cable car ride. Catch the cable car to get whisked up into the sky and enjoy amazing views over Nha Trang. Or catch a speedboat and ferry and enjoy the view from down below. They all depart from the same terminal in Nha Trang. Or if you want the best of both worlds, you can catch a ferry up and a cable car back. Do bear in mind that if you leave the park at a later time, the ferries may not operate, so you may be left with only the cable car ride option to come back. The wait for a cable car can take up to an hour when it's busy. And the queue going back to Nha Trang. We're gonna be here for a while. When we left the theme park late at night, we had to wait about 45 minutes to board the cable car ride because it was just that busy. So prepare yourself for that because it's really not fun when you're waiting around with hungry and tired kids. Getting to the terminal on the Nha Trang side, you will have to organize your own mode of transport, whether that's taxi, Grab, or a shuttle service, depending on your tour service provider or hotel. The best way to get tickets to Vinpearl Land. There are many ways in which you can get tickets. You can get tickets at the terminal in Nha Trang. There are many vendors that sell tickets. Your hotel may even be able to organize tickets for you, or you can get them online. The most efficient way to get tickets is through your hotel or via a reputable vendor in the city, because you pretty much get to skip the queue and just hand over your ticket and get on the cable car ride. We bought our tickets on klook.com because we found them to be the cheapest and it's easy to redeem. Do bear in mind that some online vendors require you to redeem your ticket before you can actually get on the cable car ride, so maybe double check the instructions. If you want some of the cheapest tickets to Vinpearl Land in Nha Trang, I've linked where we got our tickets down in the description below. Going back to the fact that this theme park is huge. So you need to make sure that you bring plenty of sunscreen because it does get very hot and sunny in Vietnam. A hat ideally, comfortable shoes, and sometimes during rain season weather can get pretty unpredictable, so you might want to get a poncho just in case. Most of the time it will most likely be quite hot. Dress lightly and make sure you wear comfortable footwear. That's the most important thing, because you're going to do a lot of walking. The entire park is pram friendly. It is easy to move around with a pram, so you can bring that with you and it'll even fit onto the cable car ride unfolded. And you can leave all your belongings hanging off the pram, which makes it a lot lighter for you. Food! Now, like all theme parks, you know, food is pretty average at theme parks, let's be real. And Vinpearl Land Nha Trang is no exception to that rule. There's not a whole heap of choice when it comes to eateries and restaurant at the theme park, so some of the more popular places can get very busy during lunch hour. Try and avoid eating during peak lunch times, because yeah, it gets super duper busy. Where we ate at for lunch was a place called Lotteria, which is pretty much like a burger chain in Vietnam. A very popular one at that, which is located closer to the zoo area within the park. But that being said, it is the most popular eatery at the theme park and it gets ridiculously busy there. So like I said, if you can, avoid during lunch hour, if you can help it. It's definitely worth checking out. Just outside of Lotteria are some beautiful views that overlook the island, the theme park, and over onto the other side to Nha Trang. So I would definitely just go and check out the views, or check out the view while you're waiting for your food. On that note, all Vinpearl Land theme parks do not allow you to bring your own food into the park. They will check your bags and it will get confiscated if they do find food. Unless it's baby food, which is an exception, but otherwise, they're gonna take your food. Unless you can hide it really, really well. You know what I mean? And those are some of our best tips to make the most out of your time at Vinpearl Land in Nha Trang. To wrap it up, guys, if you are visiting Vinpearl Land in Nha Trang, especially if you're going with kids, it is 100% worth the visit. And to be honest, I would even consider spending 2 days there to make the most out of it, because you probably won't get through all of it in a single day, especially if you're visiting with kids. Things are like double as slow. And at least, you know, everyone will have an enjoyable time and you won't have to rush it. Nonetheless, even though we were just there for a day, we still had an amazing time.
Flo, do you like Vinpearl Land?
Yeah.
Would you stay here forever?
Yeah.
You don't want to go home, do you?
Yeah.
You do?
No.
No?
But we do hope that these tips will help maximize your time at the park and allow you to have a more enjoyable experience. Before we knock off, guys, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big fat like. I do want to know one thing. What was or is your favorite theme park ride? Are you the roller coaster type? Do you like the thrill of a drop tower, a pendulum, water slides, or giant swings? Or Andy's favorite, shopping mall ride-on cars, because that's all he can handle. Me, my personal favorite, I like them all. The crazier the better, especially the ones that flip you upside down. I love them, except I don't really have a buddy to go on with me. Anyways, tell me in the comments below. Until then, we'll see you in the next video. Boom, shaka laka 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 laka. See ya, that was a really bad dance. Fuck, I'm so embarrassing. See you guys.
Angry, hungry, yes I'm hangry.